today with some more hardcore Minecraft. It's been not even 3 hours, and we're back again. Why? Because. And basically today, or I guess this specific stream, I guess I really want to expand the trees that we got because I can do that. That would probably be a good idea to do. Last time we went ahead and added a whole bunch of glass. We might actually want to finish doing that first, and then we will go handle all of the trees. Whoops. Luckily we take these, it's fine. And let's turn off hitboxes. And we also mapped out where our stairs are going to go too, so that should be good. So we're going to want to install that as well. But we'll be fine, we'll figure it out. We need more light gray stained glass, and we need black glass as well. We've got a good chunk of light gray dye we can use. And hopefully we should have some leftover glass. Here we go. I really need to have a nicer spot for a crafting table in this area. In fact, I need to really consolidate a bunch of this anyways. That'll probably be enough to at least get started. Here we go. Do a little something like that, and then we'll get 2 stacks of black dye as well. That's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll go do that. We can actually reach in here and grab these with the roses. That is. There we go. Okay. That should be plenty. There we go, that should be fine. Alright, cool. And we'll grab that, and we will see if we can go get this knocked out real quick. Shouldn't be nothing too difficult. Last time we got most of the glass installed. Still have a little bit more that we need to do, but we have made pretty good progress. And otherwise, we just kind of need to go around and do everything here. Why my bitrate cratered there? That was a little odd. Twitch had some funny issues today that I now get to work around. Hopefully it doesn't keep happening, because that would be kind of annoying. We're almost there. And we should have enough glass to finish up this whole section today. We also need to run back down and go get a bunch of slabs too before I forget. Well, we'll do that after all the glass is in place, but we need to slab off everything, basically. And I don't really want to tear out the floor and just replace it with solid blocks either. So we'll kind of figure out what we're going to do when this time goes on. But I think that's as high as that's going. Well, this alone won't be enough, but we have more in the filter box, I guess we'll be fine. Also a chance that this slime block, man, I really can't speak today, that this flying machine was actually due to go, and it didn't go, so, or rather it did go, and it got stuck, so we'll have to go check on that. This won't be enough like gray glass to finish both sides, but this will get us pretty close, I would say. Can't be too far off. There we go. Got that picked back up. We'll go finish this side while we're here, while we're still using up all of our glass. I think one of our next priorities too should be working on a set of dye farms, just because we're kind of overdue for them. So thinking about what that's going to mean, mainly it's going to be all the dyes we can actually farm. Things that we can load, right? So like a cactus farm, for example, 2-block tall flower farms could be like a micro farm. That should be fine. We get plenty of bones from like the normal house down farms. That accounts for the white dye and all the other stuff, so that's good. Black dye is only farmable from squids or like our wither rose farm from like the end that we have set up, and that's kind of a little niche, so that's not something we can easily farm, so that one's fine. And then that makes our gray dyes there too. Brown dye, we gotta farm separately as well with the cocoa beans, so that's something else we gotta work on. And we've got to use up the rest of our glass here because we are about to run out. Yeah, shame we won't be fully done, but we'll get pretty close. And just going down the list of colors, red dye is easy, orange dye is easy, yellow, lime is easy, actual green is cactus, cyan is cactus and blue. Blue dye we have a lot of because we have a lot of lapis, and we have the ability to go trade for more lapis, but there's not a particularly nice way to farm blue dye, which is a little annoying, I won't lie, but so blue dye will bottleneck on. By extension, purple dye as well. It's like the FNAF guy. Purple dye will bottleneck on a good bit because it's red and blue put together. I think magenta we can get from 2 tall flowers, so that should be okay. And then pink dye we can get from 2 tall flowers as well. So anything that uses blue dye and anything that uses black dye is going to be a little bit tougher to get a large enough amount. Not impossible, but we'll just have to be a little bit more careful with how we get that stuff. Oh, and I guess by extension, light blue dye too be another thing that we would have a bit of a hard time getting, just because it's, it uses blue dye as well, so not cool. Only you could bone meal like single tall flowers like you can, but we would have already been able to have solved this a long time. You can't. I also don't think there's a flower forest too close by at all, and even if there was one, I don't know how worth it is, to be honest, because we would still have to, like, we have to be there? Maybe we wouldn't even have to be there, because it's all redstone related, so as long as it's chunk loaded, then maybe it would just be okay. We'll have to see about that, because we could just build, like, this moss farm, but, like, again there to make sure it's supplied with enough bone meal, because we can literally just funnel all the output directly and then let it, like, stay loaded, and then have that go into a normal flower farm. And then all the wheat seeds that flower farm produces can also go back into producing more bone meal too. So maybe it's doable. I don't think there's a flower field too close by that we can build at, but I feel like I've seen one before. I just tend to not write them down too much about it. And I don't even know if this will be enough black stained glass, but we do have the dye on hand and the rest of the glass on hand if it's not, so let's build up what we can and go get the rest. And yeah, this definitely won't be enough on its own. It'll be pretty close though. Go all the way around. go. That's as far as that goes. Nope, kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I should have thought about that a little more. Ah, it's alright. That's why you gotta think a little quick. Alright, let's not do that again though, because that's never fun. Doing 2 stacks of black glass just to get started. So we're gonna have to use the rest for light gray. Man, this stuff is really hard to see at night. Good lord. Oh, we're almost done either way. I mean, we literally only got like 3 blocks left to play, so it's not too big of a deal. But, yeah. It's kind of odd that we ended on an odd number, so I feel like I missed something somewhere, but I don't think that would have happened. Probably. Probably would have happened. Let's go ahead and head back down. Go make some light gray dye. We actually go the correct direction. That would be helpful. We should just need a little bit of white dye for this. I don't know, like 30 should be good. I'd say, where the hell did I put my glass? But it's right there. I'm just blind, apparently. That's okay. Alright. And same deal, we need another crafting table out in this area. And cook that up. I can come back with me. Right, neat. And we got 3 empty boxes now, that's cool. Well, anyways, back to it. Make sure to not be like a bird and just crash head first in the glass, because that would be kind of bad. Okay. It's also fucking land at all on anything. Would be kind of stupid. There we go. Okay. A little silly. That's okay. Alright, we should definitely have enough glass to finish this. That'll be nice. Great, so that should be all the glass. We're done. That wasn't so bad. So we'll go tuck this glass away, and then we're going to come back with a shulker box of cobblestone slab and a shulker box of, it's deep slate brick. Deep slate brick slabs. And we also need to get a thing of deep slate anyways to make the stairs too, so we're not fully out of it. So let's go ahead and first things first, get this glass put away. There we go. We should probably go farm a bunch of leather with our cows and as well, because we need more item frames, and really just need stuff in general. So, yep, we will work on that. Got nothing there. Take a whole shoulder box of these because we're gonna need them. We'll pop back down to the stone cutter. Yeah, that's what it's called. Forgot what a stone cutter was called. That's alright. We'll pop that down to there in a little bit because we need to do a little bit more thinking. Cobblestone. Yep, that's what it was. I totally remember. Alright. Don't have enough there. We've got more than enough there. Perfect. Okay. Go ahead and just turn all these bad boys into slabs. That should be enough to get me covered here. Polished bricks, slabs. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna snatch our stone cutter. We probably make a bunch more too down the line because one of those things that I'd also like to be able to just place around a bunch willy-nilly and have to think about it. But we're gonna sleep first though because I kinda can't see a lot with all that glass. And just with how dark it is. We'll have to figure something out later wise one of these days too, but that's a non-issue for now. We'll be fine. And yeah. Pop on down into here real quick. And really all it should be is we're gonna start with cobblestone first because that's easier. And we're basically just going to go inside one of these somehow. Like that. And we're literally just going to line up the outside with our slabs. And that's all we really gotta do. So this should be pretty easy to get done. Just throw the rest of those in there for right now. Nobody cares. Alright, here we go. Here we go. You know, I could probably just grab two of those, two of each. Yeah, it seems like that'd be a better idea. You having a good idea in any way, shape, or form? No, it couldn't be. God damn it. Here we go. I'm up to day 850 here, which is pretty cool. Only another 150 days until good old day 1000. space will actually be cool enough by then, but it's already in a pretty good spot, I would feel. A lot of the surrounding terrain is doing heavy lifting, but, you know, we do have enough things in place now that we should actually be able to start making cool buildings. Well, we've made enough cool things too, but I actually want them to be like filled with things and not just kind of like empty shells, you know. It's kind of the one thing about like really big bases that always kind of irks me is like, why make something so large like that if you can't use the space in it? It's not really much of a point after enough time. Okay, but with something like this, we've had a pretty solid idea of how we're going to fit a bunch of things into here farm-wise, and how that's going to be centered around like a central AFK spot and things of that nature, so always kind of know. It's always good. Add the vision. But okay, that gets us into a good spot. And then from here, do a little something this. Here we go. Much better. Okay, so that gives us a couple of nice little doorways that we can use to actually get in and out. Just that way we've got them. And at least for right now, we can repurpose some of this stuff a little bit better. So let's see here if we can find roughly the center point here. It's 5 by 5. Let's do a little something like this. So a little something like that. And let's go ahead and get a couple of planks. Okay, something like that maybe. Yeah, I think that would be fine. So if I leave that open now, and we go ahead and put that back, we'll bundle that away for right now. Okay. So with this done, now what we can do is we can go down and grab our happy gas real quick. At some point this is all gonna have to be terrifying. Take this idiot around with us finally. He's gonna snap that lead here in a moment. Oh, he already snapped it, it just didn't make a lot of noise. Basically what we can do is we can now fly up with this guy and park him right up here. So since the spruce is a completely transparent hitbox when it's open, what we can do is we can navigate into the hole that we have now made. Get off of him. And actually, it's back there. That's what we want. That's the correct size. So now, this guy can't leave. I can try and lift him out, but until I open the gate, he can't leave. Like at all. So this gives us plenty of space to work with. Happily keep a happy gas contained. I dismount him facing forward. He looks pretty cool. Look at him. He's chill. He likes it here. He doesn't get a choice, rather. He has to like it here. And we'll throw that off a cliff. And he just hangs out here forever. Because he's just a funny little guy. So that's cool. And then otherwise, we can start working on the staircase here. Be 200. We actually get out the right materials. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we'll keep with the whole brick thing that we got. If we can arch this stuff in an interesting way. Let's try something like this. So we go 2 over and then we have a back wall. So we go 2 over and then we have back wall. Yeah, something like that, because we can. Go. Hey, there we go. Alright, cool. So something like this will get us lined up pretty well. And then we've got this nice little arch under here because we simply can. Because, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what we would do with it. I mean, maybe we could like catch something and like fence it in here. Maybe that could be kind of interesting. But otherwise, who really cares? Trolling with the bridge kind of deal. But otherwise, we can go ahead and do it again on the other side. See if I can do this off of memory. Oh, definitely don't have the blocks to do it, but that's fine. Go ahead and another thing of use the bricks. There we go. Nice and simple. Yeah, there we go. Because I think it ends on the slab as well over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, because this is a slab and then it actually turns into the stairs, so... Hey, we got that done pretty quickly, I would say. Not too bad. Neat. We need more bricks for this, though. It'll take like a half stack. And I think we're going to need just a couple more stairs, too. Ah, it's fine. Who cares? Okay. There we go. Perfect. So we got another arch in place as well. Looks cool. Goes directly up to our moss farm. So now we can get in between all of our different layers pretty well. And then, tragically, I can't see through the bottom. So I think we are going to replace this with glass. So I really would like to be able to just see down and do it a little bit. You know? So we're going to go ahead and get that fixed. But let's go ahead and do some organizing first to make sure that we got everything that we're going to want. Alright, cool. Bit of cleanup here that we're going to have to do. Very good, we can hold everything. Nice. Okay. Deep slate wise, we've got cobble deep slate now that can go back in its honorable shell. Bricks can go in there. One for stairs. That's good. slabs go there. And apparently we can still hear the happy gas even all the way over here. That's kind of nuts, honestly. I guess I can hear it now as I get a little closer, but it's quite quiet before. Alright, well, got all of our slabs put away. That's good. Still have 2 empty boxes we can pull from, so that's always nice. Got all of the skulk related boxes, and then the end ones as well. That need to be put away too. The leftover wood that now needs to be put away into there. Okay, so let's sit down and think a little bit. We want more glass, right? Oh, something's oxidizing even more. But anyways, we want more glass. We want more light gray. Oh, right? Wrong one. More light gray stained glass. We want more glass. Something tells me we're gonna need to dye the rest of it, but for right this second, let's just assume that we don't. No, we know we do, but let's just assume that we don't. And go fill in what we got, right? Make life a little bit easier, you know. Mainly, we're gonna start from the back and we'll kind of work our way forward. That should be fine. Luckily on these little 1 block ones, they shouldn't be too bad. You can already see that makes a huge difference in terms of what we're able to see. So this is worth doing. Cool. So yeah, when you actually get the press right up against it at that point, now you can actually see a lot farther. So if we go look at all this stuff from here, you can barely see anything. But just going a little bit farther, now all of a sudden you can see a lot more. So pretty cool. We could even do like a tiny little trim on the floor if we really want to, but I don't think I feel like that would kind of so. Instead, we are just gonna make a mistake, which is fine, and do the exact same mistake again, which is still fine because it takes 2 seconds to fix and causes nothing harm. And we are going to keep going from here. We are definitely going to need more glass though, but hey, you know, small steps. See especially how effective it is at actually being able to see what's going on with the views that we got. See way more of the hillside and the actual forest itself versus here. Decent chunk of it gets blocked off. It's better as you get farther along, but if you wanted to look through like one of the larger bits, you'd have a bit of a harder time. These changes, so good change to make. Go. And we can kind of continue that one as best as we can, but there's not even much of a point in doing that just because we need glass. So, yeah, I guess we can just cut through here after all. It's plenty quick. Alright, let's go get more glass again. Or more specifically, let's go get more dye so we can make more glass. Shadow? What? What are you doing, huh? You come here. Oh, you little knucklehead. Go lay down. Go. We'll put some of these away for right now. Okay, so we need more glass. Let's make 4 more stacks. So let's do 1 stack of black glass. And let's do the remaining as light gray. Wait a minute, we've already got black dye just sitting somewhere, I'm pretty sure. White dye that we've also got sitting somewhere too. Hold on. Not just anywhere. All of these spots that we purposefully made. And let's also put back a little bit. Alright, so let's do 1, 2, 3. Let's do black stained glass. Let's do light gray dye. Let's see here, that should make plenty. All we gotta do is put the remaining dye away. And get all this created. Light gray. Boom. Okay, so that was it. That's all that took. Took 3 seconds to go make more glass, which is hard at all. Now, for like these inner bits, this is a little different. We'll leave that alone, but like if it's facing outwards, like starting here, yeah, here, I would say, we can go ahead and that convert it over. Does that make sense? So, looks like the bamboo farm shot again recently. But I'm sure it's fine. Holy crap, it's already been 45 minutes. Not cool. Looks like we got some rain, if you notice how the sky darkened there. But we are so deep under stuff, and this stretches out for so far that we literally can't even fucking hear it. So that's pretty nuts, honestly. See it falling, though. Rain doesn't render through glass as well, so that's kind of another thing. It is definitely there, and it is raining. That's neat. And, you know, we'll save whatever bricks we can here, like whatever slabs fall out, but I'm not gonna go down and go retrieve them. They're just slabs, and you've got the ability to make a bunch of them, so who cares, right? Go. Just realized I called this one trees, and I had backed up to nothing with it at all. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll do actual tree-related things soon enough, but I want to get all this glass done first. Add a little bit of spillage here. But not enough. Hey, did we complete a loop? I think we did. It looks complete. A little hard to tell with how dark it is in general, just with it being nighttime, but we are good. Almost thought I missed a block here for a second. There's something looked a little odd, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I'm sure it's okay. Oh, not quite done yet though. See the snowfall, but not through the glass. Close enough to hear the rain again. I think I did just stop it like here. That's when it connects back up. And then it goes back into the inner wall, so see if I left like a single block. I did. Alright, so this should actually be a completed loop now, which is cool. So whatever glass we've currently got in our inventory is left over, and we don't have to do anything with it at all. So that's neat. Alright, looks like we're good. Because otherwise we can have like something to catch some of this stuff a little bit better. So maybe we'll use some of this glass to make a little partition or something. I don't know, figure something out. Yeah, because we should try to, like, at least contain some of this village a little bit. But I'm sure it'll be fine. We also need to figure out, too, what we're going to do for lighting in here. Because these dark spots, like, we're not going to have to worry about mob spawning or nothing, but dark spots are still dark spots, and we still want to make sure we do something about it, you know? So, don't know what that something's going to look like, but it is going to have to happen at some point. But maybe that's not for me to decide right this second here. Let's head back to our storage room and go put all this crap away and then go sleep in our bed. Go take the chance to relax some of our birthday. Alright, let's see here. Light gray and black. Here we go. We should go check on the iron farm real quick. I don't know why I was sprinting like that. Decent chunk of bone blocks, so yeah, we are doing pretty good on iron. Nice. Don't have a need to take any of that at the moment, but maybe at some point. We'll see. Oh, up we go. Nitro's starting to take a bit of a beating here, though. But we're not going to worry about that. Instead, let's just go ahead and take a quick little flight and take a look at our work. Nice, it's looking pretty good. I do like that quite a lot. And yeah, I mean, we can fit just about anything up in here, honestly. We have so much space in here that we can put a couple of cactus farms and stuff, and it should be fine. And not to mention, too, we've got the stairs that'll cut straight through, which is always nice, so we can get in and out pretty well. And then these obsidian bits mark where the chunk-loaded portals are going to go, and they still line up very well with how we do things, so pretty happy with that. But yeah, lighting is definitely going to be quite a challenge. In fact, I don't even know what I want to do for lighting. I'm probably going to use glowstone, maybe, strategically place in a couple of good spots, or lanterns. Lanterns might be a good one. Just that way we can get some lighting down somewhere. But we've got a good view of just about everything from up here, and we've got a bunch of space in some of these outer bits to kind of do whatever we want with. So I'm thinking cactus farms. I'm thinking we have a micro farm that's near that moss farm, so we can bone meal a good bit of stuff and do a couple of things with that. That'll get us some of our dyes. I'm thinking maybe some of these front ones can be a little bit more for decoration. Maybe that could be kind of interesting. So, but like in the back, it'll be more for like farming. But then in the front, maybe that's like the sides of the black glass. We can do something a little different. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do know that I do need to do those trees expanded, but I don't really feel like doing it right now, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, because we're playing a lot today, and I think we've honestly played enough for right now. We got a lot of cool things done, though, so I'm okay with it, honestly. Can't complain too hard. Bit of a short one, but hey, that's fine. We got the glass cleaned up. can also do something with these areas too at some point, but that'll be a while, I'm sure. I also don't know if I want to do like a map room up here or something, because maybe I could cover this whole window with like a map, because there's nothing really back here that I really look at, honestly. All the stuff's out to the sides, more likely than not, so who knows? And I don't feel like there'd be any other good spot up here for it. I talked about having the map room downstairs below, but I think it'd be more interesting to actually have it up here in this area, so yeah, we'll probably have it up here and have it block this window. And if we really don't want it to block the window, then we can make a smaller one down here, but there's only so much space we can do this at. Especially because we're blocking up a decent chunk of this stuff with water, unless... Oh, if only I'd saved that fence gate. So unless we can do an open fence gate, right? If we can do an open fence gate that... I'm going to put a stone cutter up here because it makes more sense to me. If we could do an open fence gate, then I think we can place an item frame on it, and then this whole glass bit can just be like one giant map, and then the center is like our actual center part of our base here, which could be really cool. I think we could have it in like a good one-to-one map out. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Hang on. We won't end quite yet, because I think I can get this arranged here today. Let's go ahead and make just one more gate. This should waterlog it and keep it open hit. Dang it. Shoot. Can you really not waterlog fences? You can't waterlog fence gates, but you can with fences? That's lame. Shit. Oops, wrong way. Okay, if I were designing a way to get out of here, I would need a single itty-bitty little block that I could just climb up. That itty-bitty little block would be a ladder, right? Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, fuck it, hang on. Would this work? I'm pretty sure this would work. I'm swimming, then bam, can't swim anymore, but then I can just jump up the ladder. So, okay, maybe a little jank, but I don't think it's unworkable. It's definitely a little jank, though. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. So, let's go tend to our animals, I guess. Go pop up here. There's our white shoulder box, perfect. Okay, so we've got plenty of sticks, we just need more item frames. And let's think about this in terms of a square. So that's 4, 5, 10, 11 by 11 is 121 minus the corner. So we probably need like 90 item frames. So like a stack and a half should be enough to cover us. So that's all we got to get for these cows. It's just a stack and a half of leather. That should be fine. While we're here too, we can also work on working with the sheep too. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and shear all these bastards here. I think we can make one more generation of sheep before it starts to physically be too much, so that should be fine. Alright, wander here to cool. Oh, honestly, this is about max capacity because between them just eating a bunch and then me already sharing a bunch of these guys, I can't really do a whole bunch more than this. I think I need more sheep and they're gonna overeat the grass, so we won't be able to get enough center grass back, and then they already eat enough anyways that, like, just running around and sharing any new ones that I see keeps the pool going. We hit some kind of equilibrium, which is always nice. Look at that, 3 stacks, perfect. What have you got? Nothing good. Except for maybe sea pickles. But I need coral for that anyway, so I won't even really help out a whole bunch. Ah, that's fine. We got a nice little bit of leather out of that, though. Damn, looking nice from under here. See the happy gas tendrils, though, which is a little annoying. About it. Okie doke. Well, you know what we must do. We must get some hay bales and do a little bit of breeding here. Shit, not what I wanted to do. I just killed a bunch of babies. Whoops. That got us plenty further. Okay, that should be enough leather. And we also need to make sure that we have a somewhat healthy amount for population, so that should be fine. We'll leave a bee. Hey, most of those sheep have been grown, that's good. Great. We need to go back down into the storage area and put some stuff away. So some meat, this can go away. Alright, stick-wise, got more than enough here. Perfect. That should be plenty. Although we will try and cook the rest of these up real quick. Nice. Toss that there. Okay, that should be good. I'll also go put these 3 gold blocks back now. I don't really need these anymore. Let's do that other bit. Those can safely go in there. Nice. Really? Really? It's the only thing you can't put it on. You can't just have it be water either, dude. Okay. Would a trapdoor be okay? So we can do that. Does that pop off? I don't think that does. Looks like it's fine. Yeah, you know what? Fine. That'll work. I think we want these oriented the other way because I want to be able to look at it from my bed. Keep a note of how many item frames this is going to use. Because we'll have to make that many maps too. And we're going to do 1-to-1 maps because that should cover a pretty healthy amount of land. So we use 63 plus 38. Okay, we started with 127 minus 38. Yeah, it's like 91. Or 89, rather. Wow, we were almost right on the money with that. That's crazy. That was pretty cool. Alright, well, either way. Should get us into something good here. Has DM'd me. Anyways. Alright, so we're gonna need a bunch of maps and a cartography table. Also gonna take one of our bundles out right now. We'll sleep real quick. Okay. Go right on down. And we do need a compass. Crap. Okay. We can make plenty of compasses. It's just redstone and iron, which we have both of in spades. Just got to pop on down and get some. Something like that. actually used up more iron than I thought I was going to need. That's it. Oh, this is going to use up more paper than I thought I was going to need. Alright, that's enough compasses, whatever. Alright, iron ingots. Go back in there. Box. There. Redstone dust is going to go the hell away too. That should be a good amount of compasses. Alright, and then map-wise. 48 maps. Wow, we need more paper. Okay. Six maps, that should be fine for right now. We'll save the rest of the compasses for a little later. These are also interesting to have just extras of as a whole because I feel like we're going to want to integrate lodestones into things, right? Because I think personally it's an interesting idea to have like just a bundle that has like 12 compasses in it and you can't see item. Oh, you can see items when you scroll over them. Hang on. I have. You can't put shulkers in bundles, can you? Oh, it wouldn't matter because these aren't even named anyways. The point being, if you can see item names, then you could have up to 12 compasses in a single bundle, right? And have different names. They all point to different lodestones, and then you could basically just scroll through, and then you could tell which way you're supposed to go to get to a given direction. So for like our most frequently visited like coordinates, like our trading hall, or our base, or the end portal, or even some maybe do they even work in the nether in the end? That could be really cool too. We could have lodestone compasses that point us to all sorts of different structures that are really cool throughout the world. And then prep like a couple of bags of them too. So we could have like a bag of lodestone compasses for like farms throughout all the different dimensions, a general one that's for like very important landmarks that we kind of have to go to and things like that. And then we could bundle those up within a single bundle too when we want to conserve on space, because it's important that you don't exceed like 12 compasses per bundle, and then plus the bundle itself makes 16, so you could have up to 4 of those bundles in one bundle. So you could have like 48 points of interest all located, and that could be fucking cool. So yeah, we're gonna keep that one in mind. And we're also going to keep in mind that we have a lot of mapping to do. Right, well, that's the start of it. It's a shame it's not exactly centered, but I'm not gonna worry about something like that. Damn, it looks pretty good from above though, even. Goddamn. Alright. How in God's name do we want to do this? Wait, hang on. How the hell do we map anything out ever? do maybe something like this where we're gonna fly. So going straight out from here, we're going west. So we've gone one bit out west. Over there. Okay. Go north. There we go. Okay. This is gonna take some time. I have not mapped anything out in literal years, and even then it was on a much smaller scale, so it's gonna take a while. Let's close that up too for right now. A little something like that. There we go. Much better. Man, how the hell do we even want to do this? Well, I guess let's just keep going straight out. Also, looking down at all these drops me down like 15 frames, which is fucked up on its own. So, let's think about this smartly, right? Um, Past the cherry trees. I think that's as far as we want to go, right? Because that should be enough direction. Oh, just got to slide right back on in here. I think this one's also like too far gone. Yeah. So this one's trash. We don't want this one. That one's bad. That went west. So let's go out east. We need to do 5 maps in each cardinal direction, basically, and then just kind of fill out from there. Also move our inventory around a little better. Oh, so we got the exact same one twice by accident and didn't realize it. Oh, dang it. Well, we can head out back that way and see if we can mark any of that stuff. Should be this mountain here. Pretty much full on maps. There we go. Okay. So, first things first. That's the one we want. Okay, there we go. Throw this one out too. Alright, well. And I guess we will go out south. Go get 5 maps there. Also gonna need to pick up more firework rockets too. Here we go. We can just break this with our fist. Yep. Sweet. We're getting there. It's taking some time. Alright. And then we need to go out this direction and go pick up a batch from here. So we need to go past the mountains fairly deep into the forest. So let's see here, something like this maybe? Yep. Thank you, Random Frog, for frogging it all over the place. He's just being a little guy for now. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. It can be a little hard to tell sometimes, though, because sometimes it really does look like something's a little wrong when you get to these bordery bits, but I'm pretty sure these are correct, so. Then we got a village there, too, and we got the lava source up in the mountain, so. Well, we've hit basically every cardinal that we can. Well, what we can do is we can go out, go to our river, or rather go to our cow farm and go south. That's what we probably end up doing here. So we can go to our animal pen, go here, go far enough south. That, and we do this. Alright, cool. Damn, we're almost on day 850, dude. Good lord. That almost feels right. I'm pretty sure that is right, but yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you can see that's how we actually get the formation of the pond in place. So now we need to go to the mouth of the waterfall and go out south again. We need to go all the way down there. This way. And let's also just go this way too, because we can. Map out a little bit extra while we're out here. was our duplicate, so we could orient ourselves. That looks like that's correct. Yeah, just was lined up. There we go. Alright, cool. So we've almost got a quarter of it done. That's good. Slowly but surely we are getting there. Alright, let's see here. We are gonna go out that way, I'm pretty sure, because it should be my back. So we're gonna go out till we're over the mountain, and then we're gonna do 5. So we're out over the mountain. Yep. Wait, hang on now. What the hell did we write here? Oh, we duplicated by accident. Whoops. What's the chunk there? And then I'm pretty sure this one's too far gone. Yep. Okay, so we need to fly back out and get this one. And then we also need to get another mountain one that we had missed. It looks like it should just be out to the side of the old tree farm that we have, like here. Yeah, here we go. Go. Here we go. Okay, we're getting better. And let's see here. We also need to do these ones. So we need to go directly north of this one. And I think that's the plan, is basically we have all the cardinals done, and then we just remember how many maps after a cardinal we need to do, and then just do that amount. So after we get to the top of this one, we need to do two more to finish connecting, if that makes any sense. So watch this. So we're gonna fly until we're on this map. Okay, we're on the map. All right. Boom. Map. Boom. Second map. And then that's it. That's all it takes. And then we can go set all these back up. So we do boom, boom, boom. Not bad, right? Oh, it's funny. You can actually see on the map where we stopped digging out all the packed ice. That's pretty funny. And so same deal. We're gonna grab this one. We're gonna get on it. Then we're gonna go north, and then we're gonna map maps from here. And then this should be pretty easy. I just have to go east. Okay, we've gone far enough east. Going north. Boom. 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 Alright, cool. There we go. Do this one too. So we find this one, go north, and we do three more. One, two, and three. Alright. Almost completely done with one of the corners. We've only got these two left to do. It'll be right out to here. One, two. Okay, perfect. This will complete this corner. Almost lost which way we were going for a minute there. Also gonna grab more fireworks again, because we are running a little low. Okay. Nice. good. And we'll do this quarter next. So you want to go ahead and go out west, and then we want to go north. We want to do 4. Okay. Want to do 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Go. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to do another 4 after we go ahead and sleep. You may need to dip into those extra maps after all. They should be in here. Kind of there in a chest or something. Alright. Go until we make it to the mouth of the river, then we go north. Alright. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Alright, and we go out to our cherry blossom biome, and we go out 4 again. Our elytra are doing pretty good. Still need to keep an eye on our durability a bit though. One, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Alright, we'll do something like that as well to clean up a little bit more. Here we go, that's more correct. Looks like we properly, oh, there we go. I was about to say, I thought we had gotten that. Okay, So we go north and then we go west. That'll get those two, and then we go south three off of this one. So we go north, we now have, and now we go west. Okay, covers that. We go south three, so that's one. That's two. And that's three. All right. Fortunately, the Shulker farm is just out of view from here, it looks like, but I'm sure it's fine. Hmm. Let's do a double check on this. Looks correct. I guess it was correct. Huh, weird. Alright. Oh, that's fine. Let's do one, two, three. Alright, that should put us well over halfway done. Should only have a couple more maps to do. Get these done here pretty quickly, I'd say. That's correct, that's correct, that's correct. That's missing a title splotch. So is that one? That one's, that's definitely wrong. Okay. Let's throw these three out and try again. That's definitely correct, and then we just need to go north 4 or south 4. Also reload on maps a little bit here. Oh, is it compasses that we had a lot of and not maps? Oh. Did we really use up basically all of our maps doing this, man? That is crazy. Yeah, I think we did. Shit, I don't know where else I would have put up. Wow, we're gonna have to go make another batch. That's fine, but a little annoying, but that's alright. Okay, anyways. We need to get back here, and then we need to head south. And then we need to go west. Almost there. Okay, there we go. One, two, three, and four. We'll get 3 stacks of sugarcane as well, so we can make some more paper. There we go. I don't even know how we would close that off right now. Whoops. Guess that one just rotated back. Looks like this is the one that's actually missing some of the edge here. Well, dang. Just to be safe, we're gonna fly out and go get both of these redone. I know pretty well where this is gonna take place at. Is that intentional? I know I loaded that. Okay, let's see if we can see it. It definitely looks intentional enough. Maybe that's sand? It's gotta be. It's gotta be intentional. That looks so weird and out of place, but it's on a mountain ridge, so... Did I ever make a path that cuts through that? I don't think I ever did. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? 'Cause that's birch. That would imply that's birch too, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. I haven't really done anything out in that direction. That is so weird, man, huh? Okay, well, 4, 7, 10, 12. So we're just shy here. Luckily, we can go ahead and cook up a couple of these. Alright, we're gonna do 4 that way. Yeah, we'll have to have a nice way to break that out or something. Okay, anyways, what was I talking about? We want 4 of them south, so we went to line up here what we got. Let's go east. Okay, we went 4 south. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we Also want to switch out our Elytra too when we get back, because now we're starting to get into the danger zone here. We don't want to cause any issues and crash unexpectedly. I know we still probably have more than enough durability for all this, but I'd rather be safe than sorry with something like this, you know? We are almost done. Pop into our Elytra box. These are my super old spares that aren't even enchanted yet. These ones are just kind of whatever, nobody cares about these. These ones I care about. Just slap a new one on. Okay, we want to go out far enough east and then go south 3. One, two, one, two, three. That should get another nice chunk done. Make sure that we got that whole beach looking area in the corner done, because it looks a little too sandy. And see, it's definitely not updating, so it's got to be those sand blocks down there. Okay, so that got us another 6 maps, and I think we only had 8, so we only need 2 more. We're on day 851, so getting there. Definitely getting there. Alright. Alright, last 2. Perfect. So same idea yet again. Except this time we are going to go south by 2. Should be that lava pool there is what we're after. Yep, here we go. Got 1. And we got 2. Alright, let's go ahead and swing back around real quick. And this will complete the entire mapping process, so we have a pretty large area on our base fully mapped out now, so that's cool. It's a nice 1-to-1 map too, which is always neat. And there we go. So yeah, I mean, off of this, we've got a pretty good idea of where everything is. It still feels so fucked up because it was. Wait, hang on. Hmm, something's wrong here. That's better. I don't go out this far, so I really couldn't tell you specifically on some of this stuff, but that looks a lot better. That feels like that makes more sense. It's the only part with that nice corner. And we're basically looking at like the smoothness of lakes and certain identifying bodies. And directly up in that corner is the fucking the actual Shulker farm. That's so lame that we just barely missed that. What a shame, dude. As you can see, here's the valley, and then here's where the body of water starts, and like right up in there is the Shulker farm. And we could fill in the corners, but that takes extra stuff too, and I don't care that much right now. You know, I care a little bit, not that much. Otherwise, we'll keep those empty maps in there in case we really do want to do more mapping. If I do, it would probably be that corner or so. And otherwise, I've got a pretty cool mapped out area. Alright, that's gonna keep annoying me. We really have got to get that thing closed off. Do I have... Nope, I don't. Okay. So we're gonna make another thing of trapdoors. Also gonna get our inventory put back together here real quick. Like so. Oh god damn it, we did have it. I just forgot I had to put it in here. Oh shit. Okay, anyways, foot of the bed. That's where I'm doing this. We're just gonna swim down from our ladders. Pick up enough that I should be fine. Alright, cool. There we go. We'll put these extra sticks away. And we'll go get this paper put away too. If we can do that. Probably. Here we go. Perfect. Otherwise, bones can be scaffolding. Yep, it was. Alright. Paper can go back. And we can go ahead and put these gold blocks back too. And we can put both trapdoors back as well. We'll just slip those in there. I don't really care right now. Okay. If we need to, we can reach that trapdoor pretty easily. Nice. So yeah, now we've got a nice solid floor, and we've got a pretty full floor map of everything. I guess we could put some white carpet around here too or something for like the rest of the border. In fact, why don't we go ahead and do that now? Let's put some ladders over here. There we go, since we took the sticks out. Alright, nice. Get that there. Put that in there. We'll get some red dye. I want some of this to be red because I think it looks better against the golden backgrounds. So let's see here. We should just make the red dye because I know we have a decent chunk sitting in that chest, but we do kind of need to throw these poppies. Poppies go back there. Perfect wise, that goes there. Always want to make sure we're taking care of our storage system if we can. Our base is laggy as all hell, but it's fine because it's cool and it's worth it. Yep, can't go down if we do that. A little annoying, but I think that's fine. Yeah, it's good. Okay, I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Cool, so again, we've got the entire world mapped out more or less, which is pretty neat. Got a nice little bit of carpet in here too, so we got a little bit extra color. And otherwise, it's cool to be able to see the sunset. Otherwise, we are pretty much good here. At some point, we're going to add that mycelium island. We need to remap all that stuff when that does happen. And otherwise, this gives us a better idea of how we're going to want to carve our waterways through here and how we're going to connect a couple of things up. Mainly, we want a river cutting through here, and hell, we could probably keep it going diagonal for a while and have it. No, I don't want it to split. I would rather have something probably cut from the end of here into this pond and then have it cut into here diagonally. Then we can hook up all of that water there with that canal system and then widen this out a little bit to give us some more space and we can boat a bunch of things through. So we could do some pretty cool stuff, but we have a good bit of waterways around us, and then not to mention we have a couple of different mountains actually around our base that we can do cool things with. Especially this area here, this plateau, this area is going to be pretty cool to be able to do things with, so we can build a bunch in there at some point. But yeah, no, we just got a lot more space. This whole thing needs to be filled up though, and basically filled as this area. And then these non-tree bits are going to be the actual mountain, right? Because trees can't really grow on the sides of mountains too well, so kind of have to leave that alone. But that acts as a good buffer from doing all this stuff. So yeah, pretty cool, all things considered. And our base from above does look really cool as well. Quite a fan of it. Colors look nice. The gold was a good idea to be able to center everything there. And otherwise, I guess we can take this opportunity to see how this looks at night, because we haven't done that in a hot minute. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Do a little something like that. We got like a big ass map here. That's pretty good. So cool. Do a little something like that. I think that'd be a good. Copy that. Post that there. We'll post that somewhere else. Post that one there. And post this one here. So nobody was typing in there because that would be kind of silly, but who knows. Alright, well, I think that is going to do it for us here today. We've gotten a good bit of stuff done. I'm pretty happy with. Got all that map done, and we got the rest of the glass in place, so now we really start to feel like we have an actual base here, which, hey, that's pretty cool. But that being said, here on day 852, thank you all for watching. See y'all again next time. Bye bye.